Hi, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. It's May 10th. Interesting situations going on all over. I'm doing renovations here at the bunker, fine-tuning security systems, adding cameras, all kinds of interesting stuff. About 15 years ago, I did an expose on the conspiracy of the missing front porch. That was basically the City Planning Commission would not grant a building permit for any new home construction that had a front porch on it. Basically, they didn't want anybody interacting from one house to the next or a congregation of people outside. High crime and terrorism from the media have basically driven people inside so that they could become, a small cell of people with their heads in the ground, so they could be pre-programmed with their controlled media television and not interact with reality on the outside. Now, I'm going to go a little further with this, folks, okay? Now that you're inside, what's going on here? What happens when you get a knock at the door? Have you watched all these television shows where the police come with battering rams and they knock down your door and they do all these terrible things and everything? You never see them affect a warrant in any way, do you? Well, people, we've been conditioned to accept warrantless searches and to just make ourselves available to be a victim. So anyway, my scheme was very simple. I was going to put cameras on my first floor and monitor them from my second floor, so that if there was ever a bum rush situation or anything, I would have time to prepare to do whatever I needed to do as a reaction to their reaction. Also, my scheme was very, very simple. I was going to put a intercom right there, and when the motion sensors went on and alerted me that there were intruders on my porch or trespassers on my porch, if they turned out to be law enforcement officers with a correct warrant, they wouldn't have to knock my door down. I would open it for them. But at the point that I would have to be able to ask them on the intercom to hold the warrant up to the camera. And if they became indignant or anything, and they would not hold the warrant up or read me the warrant or make sure that the warrant was correct, to show the validity of the warrant, I wouldn't have to comply, because the instrument was an alleged instrument, was not an instrument of fact. So it's all nonsense anyway. If they're going to kick the door in, they're going to kick the door in. But the funny thing that I couldn't find was this now has become the conspiracy of the missing door intercom. I went everywhere looking for a door intercom. And the more I thought about it, the more I got angry, because I went to Walmart, of course, I went to Sears, I went to Home Depot, I went to Lowe's, I went to Ace Hardware, Jones Hardware, Odd Lot. I figured if they were forcing the large companies to get rid of them, they would end up at the liquidators. They weren't even at the liquidators. I even went to Harbor Freight. Radio Shack had one, but it was a wireless unit, and it was kind of like a computer geeky type thing. I wanted a very, very simple, something that the police could understand. Press the button and talk. Okay. Well, I found it online. Okay, but just the absence of the intercom from all these other areas led me to be very suspicious. Folks, they want you to be available to answer the door. It's very, very simple. You have to become a victim. You have to make yourself available to be murdered at your door. Otherwise, they can't terrorize you. You see, you've been accustomed to watching things on television. Now, if I was upstairs on the second floor and I was watching them kick my door in, it would just be another reality TV show, and it would give me enough time to deal with those people. Okay? Find yourself a door intercom online and install it. We've actually gotten to the point right now, as Americans, that it is not safe to answer your door. I wish you well. And this is only a warning. This is not a scare tactic. I don't work for the government.